Armonia is completely wrapped up with not only political issues, because there's a rebellion going on with an obviously very corrupt government, the fact that creatures from Fae, or fairyland basically, are spilling into this world, and undead are rising up. There's a lot of problems to be solved here, but it's also a very beautiful country, and I think worth seeing.
Stupid. I didn't understand why people were dressing up as these medieval creatures and people and running around hitting each other's swords. And I got into it, and I was like, oh, you know, like, this is kind of fun, this is pretty cool, you know. So, before my view was like, oh, like, I'm never gonna get into that because that's embarrassing, that just looks stupid, and now I'm like, oh yeah, yay, LARP.
Nero Armonia is LARPing community in Halifax.
LARP stands for live action role playing.
LARPing is the kind of game where you act out a character depending on the LARP. It can be fantasy, vampire, World War, and other genres.
Armonia is part of the Nero LARPing organization, with a fantasy genre, which has its own rules, races, and classes.
There are many multiple combat systems in LARP, but Nero uses a system that is similar to most video games, using weapons with certain amount of damage points and HP, or hit points, are used in gameplay. An example would be a longsword does 2 normal damage, and a fighter starts off with 8 HP.
Role-playing is a huge part of any LARP. The role-play is the whole creation and how you act as your character. Huge factors that help with role-playing is your race, class, how you grew up, and what skills you have. You have to be fairly good at role-playing to constantly improvise your character's actions and thoughts.
Without good costume, people will feel you are trying to take away the realism, and people will have a hard time understanding what you are and who your character is. For example, a dark elf definitely needs black skin and pointy ears, and scavengers need hints of animal characteristics. Along with costume, you have the choice of armor. The more pieces of armor you have, the more health you have, resulting in being able to take more hits.
This is our weapon building. As you can see, it's made of foam, tape, and a PVC pipe in the middle to make it more rigid than having it flopping around everywhere. Each weapon needs a safe padding to hit people with. So this is a head type weapon, so you would need to put a lot of foam in the head and make sure it's securely on there so it doesn't go flying off and hit someone. But swords and stuff just need a thrusting tip so you can stab with it without hurting anyone. We're on our way. Jesse?
What?
Look behind you.
Look at the camera.
We're on our way to Greenwood for our first stop.
Yep.
Yay! Step 1 on our adventure.
The lighting's horrible in here.
We're gonna kill people until they die out there. Look at whoops the ass out there.
Okay, this is where me and Jesse part ways. Bye, Jesse.
Bye. We'll miss you.
I'll see you guys in 50 hours.
See ya.
See ya in 2.5 hours. Bye. Maybe 3.
Once we arrived at the LARP, we were able to get into our cabins, grab our gear, put it away, get in our costume, and
head to the main building where we awaited the game on, and once it was on, we just right away got in character. We went over the rules and everything, and we just pretty much had a good time. That's all you need to do there, really.
This is some of the people that are part of the Nero LARP.
And he ran off with the woods.
These are all PCs, playable characters.
No, he didn't. He came and found me and went back to the room. You know, we got just.
What is your day like here?
For Reno, I am a nocturnal creature. I don't usually get up until at least noon. Sometimes even later, because bright light does not do well. But I am a night hunter, so it is just not my way. So, I get up, I eat some more. I have some more food. I kill something, I go back and eat some more. I go back out and kill something, and hopefully there's more killing. Then some more killing, then eat some more.
And what is your race there, Reno?
I am a scavenger. I am a fox scavenger.
Why did you start adventuring?
Reno has been adventuring since he was a wee kid. I was no more than 2 years old when I started adventuring. Funny instance, my family was wiped out by a group of orcs traveling through Darkenwell. So, when they wiped out our den, they missed me because my mother, she lied on top of me when she was bleeding to death. So, when I woke, I drank what I could from her teeth, got out of the den, and ran in. Since then, Reno has been on top. And Reno is now 8 years old, which is very old for our fox.
So we're here in the kitchen where we get our food with, can I get your name there?
Tammy.
With Tammy, and she's cooking our supper. So Tammy, what time do you usually have to get up in the morning to get started?
I get up at 7 and breakfast is at 10. So between 7 and 10 I clean up and prep stuff for breakfast.
Wow. And around supper time?
Takes about 4 hours.
Wow.
2 hours to prep, half an hour to cook.
So you
4.5 hours.
You spend most of your days here when you're here in the kitchen.
I do.
Wow.
There's about an hour between each one to do everything.
Wow. But you enjoy it?
I do.
That's good. Glad working here?
Pardon?
Good. You're glad you're working here?
Yeah, actually, I just come here because my son and my husband do LARP. So I just volunteer in the kitchen.
That's good.
Yeah.
Look at all the delicious food we're having.
Glad you like it.
For normal. I dropped my end.
First over.
How'd you become around plot?
Well, 3 of us, all really good friends of my wife, our roommate Mark, and I, decided that we needed a chapter closer to us than the 5.5, 6 hour drive to get to the New Brunswick chapter. And that's not grueling or anything, but it made it less accessible. Figured out that we could rent the camp here, Camp Kidston, after remembering it sort of as a place I'd come in my childhood. So we got in touch with the camp people, and we'd gone through the motions already of getting in touch with Joe Valenti, who owns Nero International, and getting our licensing work all sorted out there. We get our insurance and everything, and it's just sort of spun from there that we picked up some friends from New Brunswick to help us start running Plot, and they're still on board with us because they know the system admittedly far better than any of the three of us. We're learning as we go. We're really kind of, as we encounter problems, learning how to solve them.
Well, we're here with the two of the king's men, and we're here to interview. Can we get your names?
We do not usually talk to the commoners, but my name is Michel.
Well, he's not even really a commoner, he's a barbarian.
Well,
Now drifted down the river, I guess.
There's all barbarians.
My name's Henry, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Henry. Nice to meet you.
Michel.
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 Yeah.
Wait.
What brings you to working with the king?
The pay.
The pay?
Oui, the pay.
So, let's just say if the rebels offered you more pay, would you go with them?
No.
I don't think I would either. No.
You're a rebel? Are you with the
No,
rebels?
I'm not a rebel.
You look like a rebel scum.
I'm not a rebel scum.
No.
Okay.
The king has all the bars. He has all the warships. He has armies. Rebels
What
have
do the rebels have, huh?
I don't know.
You ask yourself this.
some crazy men.
What do you think about the other races in Armonia?
There's only really one race, and it's human. Everything else is just kind of there.
Everybody knows this.
What do you do on your free time besides killing people?
I knit.
You did?
I knit. It's kind of like two smaller pole arms.
You make this. This is beautiful, by the way. You can see.
It's a very fine
intricate design.
A really small
With
needle.
the king's symbols. Very nice, huh? You can see, very good.
Badges.
Badge. You did an excellent job.
Thank
you.
you.
See on my badge. Thank you very much.
Do you guys have any loved ones, or you guys brothers?
Wow. Yeah.
What kind of
Sort
question
of.
is this?
I don't know, just
Sort of. I'd say sort of.
Just because we sit next
Love
to each
each
other
other.
does not mean we are lovers.
No, I just asked if you were loved ones. I said, do you guys have any?
You be careful. You are on thin thread.
I think we should end this interview with, what do you guys think about Armonia now, as what's going on?
Well, it's kind of a lot of upstarts that are coming around and kicking over barrels and making a bunch of noise.
I think this man is spy.
It kind of does seem like one.
I love Spy.
Cut it!
Cut it!
Yeah, that sounds cool. That sounds something different, challenging, something new instead of being with like a group of people you know, something you can go off and be like, oh, like let's do a different character and like let's see how well I can do this role. So that'd be cool.
I do enjoy being a PC because I can take this character and make it my own, but NPC is just a lot more fun with costuming, knowing everything that's going on, having a chance to do combat 1 minute, and then just lazing around the tavern. It's a lot more versatile, and you have a lot more flexibility with race changing, costume changing. I don't know, I might just NPC for quite some time.
To NPC, actually, if you want to NPC, whether you've played or not before, is the perfect way to start playing. You may get hooked on NPCing if you're the type of personality that loves to entertain people or be the center of attention. You'll come out as an NPC, and one moment you'll be a goblin or an orc. The next, you might be a spider. And the next, 20 minutes later, you might do a costume change and be an iron golem. So, do NPC first if you're not really dedicated to the idea of playing a specific character. You'll learn about weapon safety, about combat safety. You'll learn how to use skills so that your character doesn't look incompetent when you first come into play. So if you decide, like I did, I came in NPC for the first time, And would I have changed it? Probably not. But would I say to most people the best thing to do is to come in and be a spellcaster first as an NPC rather than coming in as a PC and casting spells and not knowing what you're doing, fumbling through it? Yes, I would say NPC first.
It's pretty fun. Ian helped me get into it when he moved here. I didn't know what it was. And, you know, it's just fun, like, getting into your characters and meeting up with a bunch of people and just, like, creating your, like, own game as you go. And it's pretty fun, like, making swords and costumes and shields and, yeah.
There.
So we're on our way home from Nero. We're on the transit now from Halifax to Greenwood, or stop filming, Jesse.
No, no, you can keep talking. You're dead. Totally dead.
And we're on our way back home, back to Bridgetown.
On the bus with our 3,000 tons of gear. As you can see, we are taking up good section.
Special thanks to Jeff. He brought a lot of us together over the last 10 years and got many of us involved, directly or indirectly. And thank you very much, Jeff.
Hey Jeff, I know even though it was a trek up for what, 4 or 5 hours for you, you still, no, 6 or like 7 hours for you, you still tended to make it to the Nero New Brunswick chapter. And that was always one of the things I look forward to, would be seeing and talking with you. And we're going to miss you if you leave.
I'd also like to thank Jeff. He's the one that introduced me to Nero completely. I was just a little hooligan on the street when he had his wife approach me and bring me over and discuss an alternative activity to smashing boxes. Thanks, Jeff.
I'd like to thank Jeff. I joined Nero through basically Jeff through proxy, and I stayed specifically because of him. So Jeff, if you leave, we're going to miss you. Probably kidnap you, drag you back, but we'll miss you. And don't leave.
Jeff, I gotta say I love Renault. Don't go, dude. Seriously, I love watching you work and interact with everybody, and you bring so much life to this game. Don't go, man.
Hey, you know me, Don? So, Jeff, hey, this chapter, this Nero Armonia, would not have existed if you look around this room. Would not have existed had you not been so involved with us as players and bringing us up to the game. I wouldn't have made it to my first event. You drove me there. You didn't book me. My wife did that. But getting me to stay with the game, I know that you were a big part of it. And there's some other people too, but at the end of the day, you seem to be the core of why this chapter has come together. And I know that if work says you gotta go and you got a family to support, well, you gotta go. You would be missed here, and you should know just how big a part of this you are.
Jeff might know me better as Vienna, that's my character's name, but I would not have joined LARP if it wasn't for the fact that Jeff got Jen and Dawn up to New Brunswick. So if it wasn't for them getting started, then I wouldn't have even been here. I came here, and as soon as I met Jeff as Renault, I fell in love with that character, and I'm just excited to come back again and again to see him and well, to enjoy this awesome chapter.
Thank you, Jeff.